Lesson 1: Healthy Habits.
I have been thinking about how to maintain a healthy balance in life.
That is important. Simple things like taking breaks can make a big difference.
Yes. I often forget to step away from my work.
Taking short breaks helps refresh the mind and improves focus.
Absolutely. I feel more productive after a quick walk.
Exercise is essential too. It boosts energy and mood.
I agree. I try to incorporate a bit of exercise into my daily routine.
That is great. What type of exercise do you enjoy?
I love jogging in the mornings. It clears my head.
Jogging is a fantastic choice. I prefer yoga for its calming effects.
Yoga is wonderful for flexibility and relaxation.
It also helps me unwind after a long day.
Speaking of unwinding, getting enough sleep is crucial as well.
Yes. Quality sleep can improve overall health and focus.
I always feel better when I have had a good night's rest.
Sleep is the body's way of recharging.
So, what other tips do you have for maintaining a healthy lifestyle?
Staying hydrated is essential too. Water helps keep energy levels up.
That is a good point. I sometimes forget to drink enough water.
It happens. Setting reminders can be helpful.
I will definitely try that. Here is to adopting healthy habits.
Lesson 2: Dream Destinations.
Have you ever been to Ubud in Bali?
No, I have not. I have heard it is beautiful, especially the rice fields.
Yes, they are stunning. The lush green terraces are breathtaking.
The serene atmosphere sounds amazing. I can almost picture it.
It truly feels like a paradise. You can hear the gentle rustle of the leaves.
That sounds so peaceful. I would love to relax there.
You should definitely look into it. There are also many art galleries.
Art galleries? I enjoy exploring local art and culture.
Ubud is known as the cultural heart of Bali. You would love it.
I can imagine wandering through the markets and discovering unique pieces.
Exactly. And the food is incredible as well.
I have heard so much about Balinese cuisine. What is your favorite dish?
I really enjoy nasi goreng. It is a flavorful fried rice dish.
That sounds delicious. I must try it when I visit.
And do not forget to sample some fresh coconut water. It is refreshing.
I will add that to my list. Any tips for visiting?
Definitely take time to visit the temples. They are beautiful and serene.
I love exploring historical sites. It enriches the travel experience.
You are going to have an unforgettable time in Ubud.
I cannot wait. Thank you for the wonderful recommendations.
Here is to future adventures and discovering new places.
Lesson 3, Weekend Getaway.
I cannot wait for our cabin getaway. It is going to be perfect.
Absolutely. I will pack some books as well.
That is a great idea. It will be nice to relax and read in the peaceful surroundings.
Exactly. There is nothing like a good book by the fireplace.
Do you have any specific books in mind?
I am thinking of bringing that novel you recommended.
The one about the mysterious island? You will love it.
I hope so. I enjoy stories with twists and turns.
I will also bring my favorite travel magazine. It might inspire our next trip.
That sounds fun. We can plan our future adventures while we are there.
Do you think we should bring any games for entertainment?
Yes. A board game would be perfect for cozy evenings.
I have a classic one that we can play. It always brings laughter.
I am excited. Games and books will make for a wonderful time.
And do not forget the snacks. We need plenty of treats.
Of course. I will bring some popcorn and chocolate.
Perfect. We will have our own little movie night in the cabin.
This is shaping up to be an unforgettable weekend.
Indeed. Here is to relaxation and great company.
Lesson 4, Handel's Legacy.
Did you know that Handel returned to London in August 1742?
I did not. What was he preparing for at that time?
He was preparing the oratorio for his famous work, Messiah.
Ah, Messiah. It is one of his most celebrated compositions.
Exactly. The music is powerful and deeply moving.
I can see why it resonates with so many people. What inspired him to write it?
Handel wanted to create something that would uplift people's spirits.
That is a noble intention. Did he face any challenges while composing?
Yes. He had to overcome financial difficulties and criticism.
It is impressive how he persevered despite those obstacles.
Indeed. His dedication to his craft is inspiring.
When was the first performance of Messiah?
The first performance took place in Dublin in 1742, before it came to London.
That is interesting. How was the reception in London?
The London audience was initially unsure, but it eventually became a huge success.
It is amazing how time can change perceptions of art.
Absolutely. Handel's work continues to be performed worldwide.
I would love to attend a performance of Messiah one day.
You should. The experience of live music is truly magical.
Here's to celebrating the legacy of great composers like Handel.
Cheers to that. Let us continue exploring the world of music together.
Lesson 5: Effective Study Habits.
I make the schedule to plan study sessions for each subject.
That sounds like a great idea. How do you organize your time?
I allocate specific blocks for each subject based on their difficulty.
That is smart. Do you also include breaks in your schedule?
Yes. I always take short breaks to refresh my mind.
How long are your breaks usually?
I take about 5 to 10 minutes after every hour of studying.
That seems reasonable. I often lose focus if I study for too long.
Exactly. Short breaks can help maintain concentration.
Do you have any tips for staying motivated during study sessions?
Setting small goals can be very motivating. It gives a sense of achievement.
That is a good strategy. I should start doing that.
Also, studying with a friend can make it more enjoyable.
I agree. It helps to discuss topics and quiz each other.
Plus, it can make studying feel less isolating.
How do you choose which subjects to study first?
I start with the subjects I find most challenging. That way, I tackle them when my mind is fresh.
That makes sense. I usually begin with the easier subjects to build confidence.
Both methods have their merits. It depends on personal preference.
I will try your approach for my next study session.
Here is to effective studying and acing our exams.
Lesson 6: Planning a day out.
I am glad to hear that the buses come every 15 minutes during the day.
Yes. That means we will have plenty of time to explore the festival.
Exactly. We do not have to rush at all.
What are you most excited to see at the festival?
I am looking forward to the food stalls. I heard they have amazing street food.
Food is always a highlight. I cannot wait to try the local delicacies.
And there will be live music too. I love discovering new bands.
That sounds delightful. Music always adds to the festive atmosphere.
Do you think we should make a list of things we want to do?
That is a smart idea. It will help us stay organized.
Perhaps we can start with the food, then check out the crafts.
Yes. I also want to visit the art exhibits. They should be inspiring.
Great! And we should leave some time for spontaneous adventures.
Absolutely. Sometimes the best moments are unplanned.
Speaking of unplanned, do you think we will run into anyone we know?
It is very possible. This festival attracts a lot of people.
I would not be surprised if we see some friends there.
That would be fun. Here is to a day full of excitement.
Cheers to that. Let us enjoy our time at the festival.
Lesson 7, Discovering the Burgess Shale.
Did you know that the Burgess Shale contains one of the world's most significant finds of soft-bodied marine creatures?
I did not. That sounds fascinating. What age are these fossils from?
They date back to the Middle Cambrian period. It is a crucial time in the history of life.
That is incredible. Soft-bodied organisms are usually rare in the fossil record.
Exactly. The preservation of these fossils provides a unique glimpse into ancient ecosystems.
What kinds of creatures have been discovered there?
Many bizarre and wonderful species, including some that are quite unlike anything we see today.
I love the idea of exploring the ancient seas through these fossils.
Yes. Some of them had unusual body structures that challenge our understanding of evolution.
It must be exciting for paleontologists to study such unique specimens.
It truly is. The Burgess Shale has changed how we view early life on Earth.
I wonder if we will ever discover more about those ancient marine environments.
That is the beauty of science. There is always more to learn.
I am inspired to read more about paleontology now.
You should. It opens up a whole world of discovery.
Here is to exploring the mysteries of our planet's past.
Cheers to that. Let us continue our journey through the exhibits.
Lesson 8, Humanitarian Commitment.
Before participating in a humanitarian mission, we promise to abide by a code of conduct.
Yes. That code is essential for ensuring we act ethically and respectfully.
What do you think is the most important part of that code?
I believe the principle of respect for the local community is crucial.
Absolutely. Understanding their culture and needs is vital.
We must listen and be open to their perspectives.
Exactly. It is about supporting them, not imposing our ideas.
I also think integrity is essential. We should always be honest in our actions.
Yes. Transparency builds trust between us and the community.
What about teamwork? That is also a big part of our mission.
Definitely. Working together will help us achieve our goals effectively.
And it can make the experience more enjoyable too.
True. Shared challenges often lead to stronger bonds.
I am excited to meet new people and learn from them.
Me too. This mission will be a great opportunity for growth.
Here is to making a positive impact while adhering to our code.
Cheers to that. Let us prepare well and make the most of this experience.
Lesson 9, Exploring Psychology.
I hear you are considering a program that focuses on clinical psychology.
Yes, that is correct. I believe it is a good choice for my career goals.
It sounds like a rewarding field. Do you plan to specialize in any particular area?
I am thinking about specializing in child psychology. I find it fascinating.
That is wonderful. Working with children can be very impactful.
I agree. Helping children navigate their emotions is essential.
Do you have any experience working with kids?
I volunteered at a summer camp last year. It was a great learning opportunity.
That sounds amazing. What did you enjoy most about it?
I loved seeing how children express themselves. Their creativity is inspiring.
Children have such unique perspectives on the world.
Exactly. I want to help them feel understood and supported.
Have you thought about any specific techniques you would like to use?
I am interested in play therapy. It allows children to communicate through play.
That is a brilliant approach. It can be very effective.
Thank you. I believe it can create a safe space for them.
What are your next steps in pursuing this specialization?
I plan to take additional courses and seek internships in this field.
That sounds like a solid plan. I am sure you will excel.
Here's to exploring our passions and making a difference.
Cheers to that. Let us continue supporting each other in our journeys.
Lesson 10, The Joy of Charades.
Have you ever played charades?
Yes, I love it. Do you play it often?
I try to. It is such a fun way to spend time with friends.
Absolutely. You act out a word or phrase without speaking, and others guess.
Exactly. The challenge is to convey the word through gestures.
I always end up being overly dramatic when I play.
That makes it even more entertaining. Do you have a favorite word to act out?
I enjoy acting out animals. They are often easy and funny to mimic.
Animals are great. I once pretended to be a penguin, and everyone laughed.
That sounds hilarious. I can imagine the waddling.
What about you? What was your best charades moment?
I once acted out flying a kite, and everyone guessed it right away.
That is impressive. Timing is everything in charades.
It really is. Sometimes, the simplest actions work best.
True. Do you prefer playing with a big group or a small one?
I enjoy both, but a big group adds to the excitement.
I agree. The energy in a larger group is contagious.
Shall we see who can guess the most words tonight?
Challenge accepted. May the best actor win.
Lesson 11, the digital discussion.
Have you heard about the upcoming panel discussion on digital trends?
Yes, I have. It seems like an event that one should not miss.
I completely agree. The topics being discussed are highly relevant today.
What specific trends will they cover?
They will address artificial intelligence, social media, and emerging technologies.
Those are crucial areas in our digital age. How can one benefit from attending?
Attendees will gain insights directly from industry experts.
That sounds enlightening. Learning from the best is always beneficial.
Moreover, there will be opportunities to network with like-minded individuals.
Networking can lead to exciting collaborations.
Absolutely. Connections made today may lead to future projects.
It is like planting seeds for tomorrow's growth.
Exactly. Plus, the interactive Q&A session will be engaging.
I enjoy when audiences can directly interact with the speakers.
It makes the discussion feel more personal and dynamic.
What are you most looking forward to?
I am eager to hear predictions about the future of technology.
Predictions can be both thrilling and daunting, cannot they?
Indeed. It is fascinating to see how rapidly things evolve.
The panel discussion might provide clarity on upcoming challenges.
Yes, understanding challenges is essential for preparation.
I believe this event will inspire many attendees.
Inspiration is crucial in the ever-changing digital landscape.
Will you be taking notes during the discussion?
Of course. I plan to capture every valuable insight.
That is a great strategy. It will help in retaining the information.
Additionally, sharing these insights afterward will benefit others.
Absolutely. Knowledge shared is knowledge multiplied.
I cannot wait for the event. This will be a memorable experience.
Lesson 12, Mapping Adventures.
I cannot recall the name of that charming little town we discussed.
I understand how that can happen. It is frustrating, is it not?
Very much so. However, I can show you the location on a map if you would like.
That would be wonderful. Maps can be so helpful in these situations.
Here it is. This marked spot is where the town should be.
Ah, I see it. It is right by the river, is it not?
Exactly. The view must be quite picturesque from there.
I can only imagine the lovely scenery. Did you visit that town before?
Yes, I did. I remember the quaint little shops and friendly locals.
That sounds delightful. What else do you remember about it?
There was a wonderful cafe that served the best pastries.
Pastries sound tempting. I would love to try some.
You would not be disappointed. They were simply divine.
Now, I am even more eager to visit. What else is nearby?
There is a beautiful park where people often have picnics.
A picnic in the park sounds like the perfect plan.
It truly is. We can bring our favorite snacks along.
I shall prepare a delicious sandwich and some fruit.
And I can bring beverages to keep us refreshed.
Excellent. This trip is shaping up to be quite enjoyable.
I cannot wait to explore the town with you.
Nor can I. It will be a memorable adventure, for sure.
Let us finalize our plans and make this journey happen.
Lesson 13, Embracing Change.
I believe the first 5 years of my living in Canada were the most challenging ones.
I can understand that. Moving to a new country can be quite overwhelming, cannot it?
Absolutely. Everything felt different, from the weather to the culture.
Yes, I experienced similar feelings when I moved here. What was the hardest part for you?
I struggled with the language at first. It was frustrating to communicate.
Language barriers can be daunting. How did you overcome that challenge?
I took language classes and practiced with friends. It helped immensely.
That is a great approach. Immersion can work wonders, indeed.
It certainly does. I also learned a lot from watching movies and reading books.
That is a clever method. Entertainment can be an excellent teacher.
Yes. Besides language, adapting to the weather was another challenge.
The cold winters can be quite a shock for newcomers.
Indeed. I remember my first winter, I was not prepared for the snow.
I can relate. I thought I would freeze the moment I stepped outside.
But over time, I grew to love winter sports. Skiing became my new passion.
That sounds exhilarating. I enjoy ice skating during the winter months.
Winter can be fun once you embrace it. What about the cultural differences?
Those took time to understand. Celebrating local festivals was enlightening.
Yes. I found community events to be a wonderful way to connect.
Building friendships made all the difference, did it not?
Absolutely. Friends can make any place feel like home.
Now, looking back, I believe those years shaped me positively.
I feel the same way. Challenges often lead to personal growth.
Yes. A better life often comes from overcoming obstacles.
Cheers to embracing change and finding our way in this beautiful country.
Lesson 14, Engaging in Democracy.
It is vital for citizens to be well informed about their rights and responsibilities.
I completely agree. Knowledge is the foundation of a healthy democracy.
What do you think is the best way to stay informed?
Reading reputable news sources is a great start, do you not think?
Absolutely. However, one should also consider diverse perspectives.
Yes, it is essential to understand various viewpoints.
Attending community meetings can also provide valuable insights.
That is a wonderful suggestion. Engaging with local issues is crucial.
And it empowers individuals to voice their opinions effectively.
Exactly. Active participation can lead to meaningful change.
Speaking of participation, have you registered to vote?
I have. Voting is a fundamental way to express one's views.
It certainly is. Each vote contributes to the larger picture.
Plus, it is an opportunity to support candidates who align with our values.
Indeed. What issues are most important to you this election?
I am particularly concerned about education and healthcare policies.
Those are critical areas that affect everyone.
Yes, and informed voting can help shape those policies.
What about attending debates? They can be quite enlightening, do you think?
Absolutely. Debates reveal candidates' positions and thought processes.
Plus, they often highlight the differences in their approaches.
Exactly. It is a great way to gauge who truly represents our interests.
I believe discussions like these prepare us to make informed choices.
Yes, and it fosters a culture of civic responsibility.
Let us encourage our friends to engage as well.
That is a fantastic idea. The more voices, the better the democracy.
Together, we can create a community that values participation.
And that ultimately leads to a stronger and more vibrant democracy.
I am excited about the impact we can make.
Lesson 15, New Habits for Happiness.
I must say, I have started going for walks in the park recently.
That sounds lovely. How has that experience been for you?
It is refreshing. The fresh air and nature truly uplift my spirits.
I can imagine. There is something calming about being outdoors.
Yes, and I have also started reading before bed.
Reading is a wonderful way to unwind. What have you been reading?
I have been enjoying a mystery novel. The suspense keeps me engaged.
Mysteries are thrilling. Do you find it difficult to put the book down?
Quite the opposite. I often lose track of time while reading.
That is the sign of a good book. How do you feel after these new habits?
I feel more relaxed and ready for sleep. It has been beneficial.
I should try that. I often find myself scrolling through my phone at night.
That can disrupt your sleep, you know. Reading is much healthier.
You are right. I shall switch to reading instead.
You will not regret it. There is something magical about a good story.
I agree. Have you discovered any favorite spots in the park?
Yes, there is a quiet corner with a beautiful view of the lake.
That sounds enchanting. I would love to see that spot.
I can show you next time. It is perfect for reflection.
I would appreciate that. Nature has a way of inspiring us.
Indeed. It is amazing how simple habits can transform our lives.
I look forward to incorporating these habits into my routine.
Together, we can motivate each other to stay on track.
Lesson 16: The Power of Hope.
I believe one of the underpinnings of our lives is hope.
Absolutely. Hope can be a guiding light in dark times.
Yes. Even if we have the smallest margin of hope, it can make a difference.
That is so true. Hope gives us the strength to persevere.
It is like a small seed that can grow into something beautiful.
I could not agree more. What are some examples of hope in your life?
I remember when I faced a challenging situation at work.
What happened?
I felt overwhelmed, but hope kept me focused on finding solutions.
That is inspiring. Hope can transform our mindset.
Exactly. It encourages us to keep moving forward.
Have you experienced hope during difficult times as well?
Indeed. During tough personal moments, hope has been my anchor.
That is powerful. How do you cultivate hope in your life?
I focus on positive affirmations and surround myself with supportive people.
That is a great approach. Positive energy can be contagious.
Yes. I also find inspiration in stories of resilience.
Stories of others overcoming adversity can ignite our own hope.
They remind us that we are not alone in our struggles.
And that hope can lead to extraordinary outcomes.
Precisely. It fuels our dreams and aspirations.
What dreams do you hold on to that give you hope?
I aspire to travel the world and experience new cultures.
That sounds wonderful. Travel can open our minds and hearts.
What about you? What dreams inspire your hope?
I dream of starting my own business and making a difference.
That is a noble dream. Your passion will surely shine through.
Thank you. With hope as my guide, I believe I can achieve it.
Together, let us embrace hope and pursue our dreams.